Hi, welcome. Music in Bloom Monday nights. Thank you all for coming. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm just resetting something over here. And it will be and comments. Okay. There's so many things you could have done instead of coming here for Facebook Live. You could have read a book or played a game. Take a walk or go for a drive. You could have cooked a meal from a new recipe. Text your apology, but you showed up for me, and I like it. There's so many places you could have gone. Say you just lost track of time. Could have washed your hair or wrote a song, played some Netflix, Hulu, or Prime. You could have done a webinar or another Zoom. Just say you're so sorry, but you showed up for me. Yes, and I like it. You showed up for me, and I like it. Welcome. Hey, Debbie. Hi. I love that spread you put in Facebook about the movie that we did together. We did a movie last year called Does the Band Eat, which is on Amazon. And Debbie helped me on the entire movie. She was the stills photographer. She was the production assistant. She did everything, and I'm so grateful. So she has a nice spread of a bunch of pictures that she took. So you could check that out. Tonight, our topic is going to be about grudges. People holding grudges for too long. The wasted energy that goes into maintaining the grudge, waking up with the grudge, and no thought about how to get rid of it. So, we're going to be talking about that the entire week tonight. And also, I'm doing Zooms on Tuesday nights and Saturday afternoons. And I'll remind you about that later. And we're going to be talking about grudges. So, I hope to see you. So, here's a song that I wrote called Words I Should Have Said, because those are I wrote the song because I often used to wake up thinking about and reliving those things I wish that I had said and I wish that I had done and choices I wish that I had made, and that's what the song's about. I had a job interview that didn't thrill because my resume did not show all my skills. I should have said, hold up, we could have talked, but I didn't. The boss walked. A friend turned on me, cut like a knife. Decided I no longer fit into her life. I should have said, cut her down with clever wit, but I didn't. I just split. Words I should have said, things I should have done, chances never taken, wars I should have won. Words I should have said, running through my head, well, I could choke on the words I should have said. A relative who could never get ahead was always dumping all his garbage on my head. I should have said, I ain't got time to hear your buzz, but I didn't. He still does. A former love who took pleasure causing pain. What we once were was nothing like what we became. I should have said, we're done, we're overplayed, but I didn't. I just stayed. Words I should have said, things I should have done, chances never taken, wars I should have won. Words I should have said, running through my head. I could choke on the words I should have said. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, living through the hurt. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, out kicking up old dirt. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, keeping down, keeping low. Give it up, and let it go. Some people like holding grudges from the past, reliving games where they always come up last. Well, I was raised to turn the other cheek, but did it make me strong or keep me feeling weak? Words I should have said, words I should have said, running through my head. I could choke on the words I should have said. Yes, words I should have said. I used to wake up and just replay all of these things all the time until I started to bore myself. And I set about to learn how to get rid of it. So when I see somebody that's locked in it and lost in it, I do encourage them to let it go, because forgiveness is not really for the other person, it's really for yourself. So you can get rid of all of that sludge that's in your body that's just weighing you down, and eventually it can actually hurt you and hurt your health. This we will be talking about more this week in our Zooms tomorrow, Tuesday night at 7, and Saturday afternoon at 3. If you want to come, just go to my site, charminatoli.com, and you can find out where the link is. You know, talking about forgiveness and broken hearts, and those broken hearts are the biggest source of the wounds that keep us up at night. I was going through a bunch of standards, because I love my standards, that are talk about that type of thing. I like to do some of them for you. One of them, be sure it's true when you say, I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do, I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. So of course you learn that you won't die. You survive it. In fact, there was that great song called I Will Survive, which I'm not going to do tonight. But it is about the fact that you will survive it. And you think the worst thing is to have unrequited love. And it's not. And the quicker you get over it, the better off you are. But this is a revenge song that was sung by Connie Francis. Who's sorry now? Who's sorry now? Whose heart is aching for breaking each vow. Who's sad and blue? Who's crying too? Just like I cried over you. Right to the end, just like a friend. I tried to warn you somehow. You had your way, now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. Right to the end, just like a friend. I tried to warn you somehow. I said you had your way, now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. And then this one, my favorite line, I'll let you know what it is when we get there. You always hurt the one you love, the one you shouldn't hurt at all. You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with a hasty word you cannot recall. Here it comes. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all. Can you imagine? Can you imagine somebody would say that to you and you would buy into it? It's the biggest BS line I ever heard. Still, it's unique. So, what my point is, and what we're going to be talking about, is just letting it go, letting go of the grudges. Oh, and this one, I just thought of one. I know one more. This is a good revenge song, too. Now you say you're lonely. You cry the whole night through. You can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. You can cry me a river, cry me a river, 'cause I cried a river over you. You drove me, you nearly drove me out of my head. And you never shed a tear. Remember, I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian. Told me you were through with me. Now you say you love me. Well, just to prove that you do. Come on and cry me a river. Cry me a river. 'Cause I cry a river over you. Cry me a river. That's a great revenge song, too. You know what? We have a special guest that I'm excited to bring up right now. Her name is Lee Gross, and I'm just going to let her tell her story. Let's bring her up. Hey, Lee. Oh, hang on here.
There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, I had it muted.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. So, how are you?
Great. Yeah.
Great. And Lee and I have known each other for a long time, and I'm gonna let Lee tell her story about how we actually met.
Well, you were looking for someone to demo a few songs, and I answered your ad to do that, and that's how we met.
And
And then
you,
we just hooked up. What? Maybe 6 months ago or something like that on Facebook.
yeah, but we actually met doing this song a while ago. I mean, what, 15 years maybe? What do you think?
10, 15, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
Alfred and I had written a couple of country songs, and we worked with the guy down in Nashville, Jackie Cook, and we were looking for a countrified singer here in Jersey, which we thought was going to be really hard to find. But along comes Lee, and you really have a passion for music. That is one thing I noticed about you then and now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Since I was a little girl, I sing to music all the time.
yeah.
Yes.
So, and you also worked as a DJ, right?
Uh, I called myself a KJ. It was more karaoke. So, you know, just to differentiate between the two, So, but it was a lot of fun until the bar closed, and that was the end of that.
Well, I never know. That's one ending, but there may be new beginnings. You don't know because look where you are. You're here now.
I'm here now. I'm learning guitar. It's a slow process, but I'm getting there. You know,
Well, instruments don't happen quickly. So a little bit every day can get you there. I would love to see you play guitar and accompany yourself. That would be
no, you
terrific.
don't. No, you don't. Not yet.
I will. Now, Lee is going to sing a ballad for you of a song that Alfred and I wrote called I Used to Cry at Weddings. I am going to step aside, Lee, and let you have the stage. And then I'll be back afterwards and we'll talk a little more, okay?
Sure.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
You might have to push rewind.
No, I'm trying to find my player, and my cursor is like frozen.
Oh, not good.
Not
Hmm.
good.
Um, did it unfreeze?
No, I mean my screen just froze right up.
And yet you're on this show, right?
Yeah, but I can't get my player. Because I
You
can't.
Here's what you should do. All right, I'm gonna do something else, and I'm gonna tell you to just reboot your computer and come back on.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. We'll do
We can
that.
do that. All right. See you in a bit.
Okie dokie.
Technology, technology.
Technology.
What a drag.
Yeah, she was ready. I have to go back to doing this audio. I have to do this. Echo cancellation, take it off. Stereo, okay. Oh, this new format is wild. Buttons, clicks. It's just so weird. I want to let you all know this is my site, charminatoli.com. I also have Live Your Bloom, that site. The show, the reruns are on that site, so if somebody didn't see it, they can go see it then. And also all of the links to what I'll be doing on a steady basis Tuesdays and Saturdays. So I will do another song for you right now, unrelated to Grudges. I did this last week, and I'm going to do it again by popular demand because people seem to like it. Hi, Allison, all the way from Canada. How you doing? The song is called "Eat That Frog." If you don't know what a frog is an expression that's the thing that you got to do that you haven't been doing. To fix something, who told me a fun one? She said, I have to fix something in my garage or the whole thing is going to fall down. I've been putting it off for 2 years, and that's her frog. She's not doing it. Hey, Sue Taylor, thank you. Hi. Thank you for coming. So your frog could be your taxes, which it is with me every year, or it could be cleaning a closet, or it could be anything like that. It's a thing you don't want to do. And in the words of Mark Twain, back in 1865, he said, if you have a frog to eat, best thing to do, eat it first thing in the morning. If you have 2 frogs, 2 big things that have to be done, eat the bigger one first and the smaller one second. And that's what this song is about. While you've been putting off doing an important thing, you let it control you like a puppet on a string. Hours to days, and weeks to months, then you panic when it hits you all at once. Well, you can't get started, you don't want to do it. That's too bad, 'cause you gotta get down to it. And baby, eat the frog. You say, what'd you say? I said, eat that frog. What'd you say? You can slice it, or dice it, or just barbecue. But eat that frog before the frog eats you. Your eyes to the task at hand, you think it'll get done by a genie command, like tax returns and messy closets and desks and drawers and whatchamacallits. Well, it won't happen by wishing and hoping. Get your ass in gear and stop that moping. You gotta eat the frog. You gotta eat that frog. What'd you say? Well, you can slice it, or dice it, or just barbecue. But eat that frog before the frog eats you. It's getting bigger and fatter. You say, eat that frog. You serve it up on a platter. Eat that frog with little bites till you're done. Eat that frog, celebrate and have fun. Eat that frog, stop procrastinating. Eat that frog, it's too damn frustrating. Eat that frog, you ain't going away. Get started today. Eat that frog, you can slice it, dice it, or just barbecue. But eat that frog before the frog eats you. Sue Taylor, wow, how nice to see you here. Nice to see you here. Thank you for coming. Now, I just want to say that we rehearsed that song about an hour ago, and it was perfect. And I feel bad because she's been working very hard to get this whole thing together. We were dealing with a lot of computer garbage. And I hope she comes back on, I really do. In the meantime, I'll do this song for you. This is the Bloom song. It's not too hard, not too small. So drop your guard, you know you're great. Take a chance, shoot for the moon. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Bloom, bloom. Nothing to lose, all to gain. Exhale your blues, inhale your rain. Nothing can grow inside a vacuum. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Bloom, bloom. What is the gift you've secretly harbored? The what if you've buried in a tomb? And it's all yours, not purchased or borrowed. How sad if you never bloom, never bloom. It's not too small, not too dumb. Give it your all, scratch and crawl. Become that someone who breaks the rules learned in the classroom. Bloom, bloom. Bloom, bloom. And guess who's back? Guess who's back? I see her in the box there waiting for me. Let me set the sound up. Here we go. Boom. Hey, Lee.
Hey, I'm back.
Yay. Technology. I told you when you got into this, you're going to drive yourself crazy, but it is what it is.
Yeah, okay.
So we should be okay for sound, and you're all set up, right?
Okay. My computer's still loading, so I'm just
All right. Well, then let's talk a little bit about while it's still loading. All right. You were the winner when I had a raffle not too long ago for journals. Is that right?
Yep.
Ah, there it is. There it is. Yes. I said anybody who showed up, I was going to take their names and give them a journal that comes from the company called Bloom Journals. What a coincidence. And they are affiliates of mine now. So how do you like it? Have you used a journal before?
No, not really, but I got it. I may as well use it. So
how
there we
often
go.
You use it how often? Every day?
Every night.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so what do you think the benefits of it are?
Just going back, in case I want to, remember what I did last week or something. I just recall what I wrote down,
All right, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so is your computer up?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Oh, we're ready to go. You sure? Because I'm going to get out of here.
I hope so.
I'm going to get out of here. Go ahead.
Summer wedding, a fairy tale, white lace and hyacinths, designer veil, old-fashioned church with family. I wrote a special song and vows of eternity. Great reception, all the frills, honeymoon in paradise, endless thrills. I planned it all since I was only 10. Thought it would happen once and never again. I used to cry at weddings. I used to shed sweet tears of joy for hopes and dreams that burned in my heart that yearned to live my vows and let love grow. small apartment we found to live. But we wanted so much more than life could give. Our hopes and dreams got lost in yesterday. Just couldn't make it work. Didn't want it that way. Life unraveled in such short time. He saw things his way, I saw things mine. Whispered vows couldn't bind like glue, just weren't strong enough to work it through. I used to cry at weddings, I used to shed sweet tears of joy. You live and learn, I had my turn, so I made a better vow. I won't cry no more. Love is worth the time it takes to let it grow. Hard to hold and easy to let go. Another wedding for my best friend. This time I'm on the outside, just looking in. I fake a smile and wipe my eye. No one will ever know that tissue comes up dry. I used to cry at weddings. I used to shed sweet tears of joy. You live and learn. I had my turn, so I made a better vow. I won't cry no more. Sometimes my heart still yearns to feel that fire that burned, but I won't break my vow. I won't cry no more.
Oh, wow, Lee. Oh, my goodness. You did it, Lee.
I did it.
Not only did you do it, but you gave me goosebumps like you did the first time you sang the song. So thank you so much. And you know what? We're going to close the show. I want people to know how they can get in touch with you. So if you want to get in touch with Lee, she is on Facebook with Lee Gross is her name. And her email is Dahlia Blue, which is a really cool name, dahliablue at AOL.com.
That's
Thank you so
me.
Thank you so much for working so hard to make this happen. You are a real bloomer because you just changed your life. First of
I
all,
did.
you learned.
It was a lot of fun. It was,
We'll
you
do
know.
it again, okay?
Okay, sure.
All
Sure.
right. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody who came tonight. And have a wonderful week. It's going to be an interesting week. Hope it's a safe week. Bye.
Okay, ciao.
Bye.